How's your mental health? Um, Again, I want to reiterate. Thank you for asking. That's very kind. Um, Mental health is interesting stuff. You understand? Mental health is interesting stuff. It's stable. It's stable, which is weird to say. Nothing's wrong at this very moment right now. Anxiety is weird. It's the weirdest diagnosis that I've ever allowed myself to be labeled with. Many others try to like, we're gonna give you this diagnosis. I'm like, pass on that. I'm good. I'm good. But as far as the anxiety, it seems to stick mainly because I can feel it. I can feel it. It's not something that needs to be a reaction or like, oh, it's not like I'm responding to something constantly. Like I can wake up with anxiety. I'm like, what the hell, bro? I don't have a TV, so I go to bed watching YouTube on my phone, or I mean that's it. I mean I watch it on my Amazon from time to time, but I don't have a TV, so I don't fall asleep with things playing. I fall asleep with usually no noise. The sound of my air conditioner. Um, so with that, when I can wake up with anxiety, it's weird. It's a weird experience of what is my body responding to that my mind doesn't know about, because my body reacts not to my stomach. I have it right now. Just thinking about it, which is part of the issue, is the mindfulness of where your mind goes, your body follows. Um, so my mental health is not, it's not in a bad place, if you will. I do have certain amounts and measurable amounts of dread, thinking about work, thinking about going to work, thinking about going to my desk, opening Excel sheets, opening my email. I promise you, yesterday morning was one of the worst mornings, in comparison to other mornings, in regards to just simply nothing being wrong, but understanding Monday, work. How long do I have to work? Going to work, doing things at work, talking to people at work, seeing people at work, the smell of work, all of it contributes to your mindset as far as, all right, I have to go to this place and stay there as long as they tell me to stay there. Yeah, mental health. I don't blame the Air Force for it. I don't blame any individual for it. I don't blame Alaska for it, or that individual, assignment. It's just what happens. At some point, you turn a page and say, hey, it's time for you to endure this season of your life where you deal with mental health. Yeah, it's your time at this point, at the age of 29, 28 and 29. We need you to deal with mental health issues, and then one day it might benefit someone. Hopefully, if I weather the storm and then I pass on what I learned through these mediums, maybe someone else can benefit from that. But yeah, that's where we're currently at. It's not the happiest of times in terms of, yay anxiety and yay dread and yay. It's not a time of my life like that. You can probably tell from my demeanor, my tone. Um, First of all, it's early, but beyond that, I'm not the happiest person. In most cases, there might be a ton of fluctuation in terms of, all right, in this video he was smiling, in this video he was upbeat, in this video is probably 12 noon, in this video is 4 a.m., in this video he sounded monotone and he sounded down, and we're individuals, we're humans. Something I had to learn in relationship is that it's not always going to be honeymoon. At some point, it's my turn to suffer a little bit, and to be down, and to be tired, and to be exhausted, and to be depressed. And then, oh, it's her turn now to feel a certain type of way, and I just need a day to myself, and I feel stressed. Those things are going to happen. And for those of you who don't see those things coming, you hit a brick wall. And that's why I prioritize relationships. Is that it's one thing to go through all these things by yourself, but it's another thing to have someone support you through these moments. And like, I'm not running away just because you're struggling, because I'm struggling. I'm imperfect. And so the quicker you realize those things about how you need people, because again, that's another issue with social media, is that people are trying to publicize and glorify the fact they think they don't need people. I'm like, who told you that lie, right? You're probably very young, or you're probably just very hurt. But to think you can survive in this world long enough by yourself, no. How many times I got pulled out of ditches in Alaska? How many times I got pulled up hills in Alaska? I got pulled out of a parking spot in Alaska because I had two-wheel drive all weather tires that were bald, because I lived in DC and I didn't want to buy new tires, because I only had front wheel drive and a front heavy car with no traction. Like you start realizing, all right, even as a grown as man, I need help. And the quicker you're willing to ask for help, the quicker you get help. It's not the pride issue. The pride will take you down so quickly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how quickly pride will take you down because you don't want to ask for help. I'll just figure it out myself. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'll muscle my way through it myself. I'm not going to ask nobody for help, and you're going to drown. You're going to drown. You're not the first person to experience. I'm not the first person to experience mental health issues. That's why those institutions exist. They were there before I was born. So for me to say I'm gonna weather the storm of this mental health stuff by myself, and I'm gonna read some books, I'm gonna watch some videos, and I'm just gonna power through it. I'm just gonna lift some weights. No, no, that's a prideful mindset, and all it guarantees is that you fail a lot later, or you fail along the way, or you just struggle more, you suffer more. So, yeah, mental health is something that you can address holistically. It doesn't have to be in a clinical setting. It doesn't have to be in a hippie setting where you're just smoking the reefer and you're dancing around the bonfire. And no, it doesn't have to be that either. It can be a mixture. It could be based on your diet. It can be based on the fact that you just bring more discipline. You being more essential in your life, meaning you're getting rid of all the fluff, like I did, where you're just selling all the. I don't need a ton of luxury shit I can't afford. I don't need this big ass apartment. I don't need the most expensive car. I need essential items, things that are essential, people that are essential, and you realize what's important. Dark times reveal the unnecessary, and a lot of people, especially myself, I'm just in a place where I'm just acknowledging what's unnecessary in my life, and then it allows you to focus on what is necessary.